Hello children, good morning to you all. How do you do? Hope that all of you are keeping well. Yes? Let us study today the moral science lesson number 4. How to win a friend. All of you like the idea, isn't it? Everybody wants somebody or the other to have a friend. So today we will learn how to win a friend. How can you make friendship? So, friends are a very rare jewel. Very rare jewel means it's very difficult to get. True friends, it's very difficult to get true friends. If you have a true friend, you are really lucky. So, a true friend makes you to smile and encourages you to have success. He makes you to smile. The very presence of the person makes you to smile, and he encourages you to succeed. He listens to you. Whatever you say, he listens to you patiently. He shares your joys and sorrows. Then he always opens his heart to you. That means whatever he has in his mind, he speaks to you. He has nothing to hide as such. A true friend is always open to you. So another thing is that friends think alike. Same way they think. Their ideas are almost the same. So to win a friend, what you have to do first? First, put yourself in his shoes. What do you mean by put yourself in his shoes? That means see life as he sees. Whatever he likes, you also will like. Whatever he does not like, you also may not like. So this is the way how friends behave. But it is very difficult. Because you have your own goals and you have your own worries. And it is very difficult to surrender your ideas or to surrender your wishes to somebody else. So you are an individual, a unique individual, so you want to go in your own ways. But that will not help you to have good friends. Sometimes you have to adjust. You want a friend to visit you when you are hospitalized. He wants to call you. He wants your help. So usually it's the friends who come and visit and call them and help them. Now to win a friend, what we have to do, let us see, giving them a feeling of importance. First you have to give them a feeling of importance. What do you mean by a feeling of importance? To make them feel that they are somebody important for you. You think them as an important person. So you have to make them, give them a feeling that they are important. For example, you take a small child. What does mommy do? Mommy always gives her attention to the child and makes that the child is very important for her. So then what she does? If suppose the child falls while walking, he is learning to walk. While walking he falls down, immediately she goes, picks him up and again encourages him to walk. Because she feels that that baby is somebody important too, and that baby wants to walk, so she helps him to walk. So the child grows in that happiness, in that acceptance, because mommy and daddy and the brothers and sisters are always to help him. They always think of him as somebody important for them. And second thing, to win a friend is that you have to meet them. There is no need of meeting them all the time. But even if you are in a far area, you know the ways and means of exchanging your ideas, making them feeling well and all. And thirdly, true friends grow us on trust, inspiration and comfort. That means true friends always trust each other. They trust each other. You think that you can trust him and he thinks that he can trust you. You will not cheat him. So that is a feeling which is very much needed for the growth of friendship. And then they each other give inspirations. help each other with good ideas and give them comfort. You see, when your friend calls you in the mobile, the very hello itself makes you understand whether that person is keeping well or not. From the very voice of the person itself, you know that how he is. Then if you are really interested in other people, they will like you. If you are interested in your friend, they will like you. If you are not showing any interest in the other person, they don't mind you also. And when you smile, it gives a good impression in others. So smiling, giving a good smile itself is a way of getting friends. Now another way is address a person by his name. When you call somebody by his name, he feels so much. The sweetest and the most important sound is one's name. When somebody calls him by his name, that is the sweetest and important sound for him. So call your friend always by his name, not by the nickname and all. Okay. Be a good listener. You have to listen to your friend. It will help you to become a good conversationalist. So you listen. Always when you listen, you know he is ready to accept you. Because people are full of joys or sorrows in their mind. They want somebody to listen to them. So when somebody listens, then they are very happy and they will be one of the best friends for you. Okay. This will encourage others to talk about themselves more. People will like you. Then another thing is that true friends are not opportunists. What do you mean by opportunist? Behaving according to the opportunity. Suppose you have money and you have gifts to give to the friend, then he comes and loves you and be a friend. And when you do not have, or when you are in a difficult situation, if he goes away, that is not a good friend. He is not a good friend. Good friends are not opportunists. They do not come to gain something from you, to get something from you. They come to you because they really love you. True friends are selfless. True friends are selfless. That means they are not selfish people. Suppose there is an argument. The best way is, suppose you don't like the way he was, the opinion which he has. But if you do not want to lose your friend, don't go for argument. Don't go for any argument. And you will be a blessed person if you have a true friend. Changing, you see, nowadays you can see people are in one party, then go to another party, then go to another party. They don't have a permanent party. The main reason is that they go for some gain. Wherever they can get power, they go to that side. That is not a true personality, or it's not a true friend. Then you try to respect the opinions of others. Respect the opinions of others. Listen to their opinions. Listen to their opinions. And if you do something wrong, then you say that, oh, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Admit it. So people will be very happy then. The next way is people will come with complaints. So many complaints will be there. And what you have to do as a good friend, just listen. By listening and listening, that complaint will go away from his mind. His mind will be very ease. It will be ease. And if you want to get support of your ideas from your friend, make him think that the idea is actually his and not yours. If you want to get support for your idea, what you have to do? Make your friend feel that the idea has come from him and not from you as such. No. When there is trouble, a good friend, what he does? Faces together. A good friend faces the trouble with you together. and help you to overcome the problem. So when somebody is there to support you to face together, you feel more encouraged to face the problem. Then you have to accept the negative and the positive qualities of your friend. As you know that every person has negative points and positive points, that is good qualities and bad qualities. You accept the person as he is. You understand that he has this and this good qualities and these are his weaknesses. Accept him, you to have some good qualities and some weaknesses. So every person has goodness, good qualities and bad qualities. Only God is perfect. So keep that in your mind and don't despise your friend. Understand each other's strength and weakness. So that is one of the important thing to get a friend. Now in your textbook, there is a story of two good friends. Let us see what is that story. The story is of a prince and the minister's son. Both were of the same age, both were friends. So what did they do? Both of them together one day went for hunting into a forest. They went to the forest and they roamed about, they had hunting and all, and finally they got tired. So what did they do? They came under the shade of a tree and there they were taking rest. And what happened then? While taking rest, the prince slept. But the minister's son, his friend, was awake to guard his prince. Suddenly he saw a snake coming towards the prince. And the minister's son wanted to kill the snake, so he raised his sword. Then the snake started to speak. The snake said, "In my early life, this prince was my enemy. So now I want to suck his blood. I want to suck his blood." But the minister's son said he was very clever boy. He wanted to save his master and his friend. So he told to the snake, "You want his blood. So shall I take the blood and give you? Is it enough?" The snake agreed because he wanted only to suck the blood of the prince. So what did the prince do? He took some dried leaves from there and he made a cup-like thing out of it, and then he sat on the chest of the prince and with his dagger he cut the one slight part of the neck, throat, So it is by the side of the throat he made a little wound, and then blood came and he collected it in the leaves cup and then he gave it to the snake. The snake drank it and it went away. It needed only the prince's blood. So when this friend was sitting on the chest of prince with a dagger in his hand, and because of the pain, the prince awoke. He saw the dagger and his friend sitting on his chest, but he did not say anything. He just closed his eyes again and he slept. After a few hours, the prince got up and got ready to go back. And the minister's son was expecting that the prince will ask him why he was doing like that. Why did he cut by the side of his throat? He did not ask anything. So finally, the minister's son asked him, "Why are you keeping silence? You have seen me sitting on your chest and taking blood and all, you know it, but why did you keep quiet?" What did the prince say, you know? He said that, "I know that you are my true friend. A true friend never cheats his friend. Whatever he does for the benefit of the other person. So I need not worry. You are my best friend. And whatever you do is for my benefit." So this is what he said, and both were very happy. And you can see this is how a great friendship is. That is, Even if sometimes you may have to take very sharp steps, strong steps to save your friend, you are ready to do that. But the other person, he won't feel hurt because he knew that whatever you are doing is because you are a good friend of yours. So children, wish you all a very good friendship. Okay, bye.